Jeremiah 7 through 9 is a tough read. What was going on during that time? Well, there was Babylon running amok in Judea, exiling many of the Israelis, the destruction of the first temple, things going on with Assyria, and more important to the Lord, and maybe all of the suffering was going on as a result of what was going on with the Israeli people spiritually and in relation to their worship of the Lord. Jeremiah 7 through 8 has, "Behold, you trust in deceptive words to no avail. Will you steal, murder, commit adultery, swear falsely, make offerings to Baal, go after other gods that you have not known, and then come to stand before me in this house, which is called by my name, and say, we are delivered, only to go on doing all these abominations?" And this is 8 out of 10 commandments that are being violated just in one paragraph, being called out by the Lord. It's important to also realize that the Bible is not just a historical document, which it very definitely is, but it's something that we turn to for ourselves as a way of gauging just how we are doing in relation to the Lord. Now, I say Beach Church does pretty well, but there's a lot of churches which might even be violating more than 8 out of 10. Okay, quickly, I was at a bar last night where I don't drink, but I play songs to honor and glorify Jesus and the Father. And usually it's in a really positive environment, but last night, the second time that I've seen this guy, he's a cop, and he had a motorcycle helmet and he was drinking a lot of beer. He was being very obvious about his amorous intentions and adultery with a young Asian lady who was pretty much letting him. And that is not something that I've seen very much. There's something about that Shadow Lawn area. But that's where the bar was. But anyway, this guy was also quoting scripture at me. So, some people are more blind than others, and they don't know it. And that's what we find in Jeremiah 7 through 9. To the degree that the Lord is in pain. I mean, the Lord is in spiritual pain and expressing such. And I don't know, you should read it for yourself. It's really quite remarkable. But that shows how much that God is a just God and a loving God, and is very deeply concerned with what goes on when his creation is not going well because of the wicked hearts of people. Now, the only possible bright light in Jeremiah 7 through 9 is, "Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man boast in his wisdom, let not the mighty man boast in his might, let not the rich man boast in his riches, but let him who boasts boast in this, that he understands and knows me, that I am the Lord who practices steadfast love, justice, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, declares the Lord." So he gives a roadmap on exactly what the people needed to do to get out of this mess. And interestingly, it's the same roadmap that we have today. And just look around in the society at large, and as largely exhibited in the Olympics opening ceremony. Anyway, as it says here in this other commentary that I was borrowing from just ever so slightly, "The Father feels this way about Israel forsaking his commandments. Why do we think that he will be okay with us doing the same?" And this is highlighting Jeremiah 9:12 through 16. Do we really think that the Lord would condemn his beloved so harshly and then change his mind and let us do worse? Do we honestly think that the Messiah gave his life so that we could forsake the Father's wisdom and live according to our own? Obviously, this is a messianic. SeekingScripture.com. Anyway, I borrow from a lot of sources. I look deeply into not only that, but also what was going on at the time that these scriptures were written, and how does that compare to our times? And I think I'll leave you with that. I love you all, and I will see you on Wednesday, God willing, at Bible study, and Sunday at church. And thank you for all your support.